What's up, everyone? You asked for it, and here it is. Alright, you didn't ask for this one, but I really like this game, so we're playing this game. This is HyperRogue. If you've never seen it before, I did a video on traditional roguelikes, like a short little video essay, and I mentioned HyperRogue. It's actually one of my favorites in the genre, but it isn't quite traditional. It does draw from a lot of traditional elements, but it plays in more of an arcade fashion, so I figured we would give it a shot. It builds the dungeon based on non-Euclidean geometry, so it's on a hyperbolic plane. It extends basically infinitely in every direction, like between each place. It's really kind of confusing. I'm not a math guy, so it really blows my mind how it even works. But suffice it to say, it's kind of trippy to look at. You can actually play this on Android too, and I believe it's free. I know it's free on PC, but you can support the dev through Steam, something that I have chosen to do just because I really like the game. I think it was like $5, and dude definitely deserves it. Look at this. But basically, the way the game works is you'll notice in the right up here, I have diamonds, ice diamonds I've collected, and that's the treasure for this land, which is this ice zone here. And the more you collect, you'll notice the more enemies I'm having to deal with. This is the starting zone, right? It's not particularly difficult, but it is going to ramp up if I'm not careful. After 10, a new land unlocks. I think it's some combinations. There's a way... World overview. You can see all the different lands you have unlocked. I'm not actually sure ice diamonds unlock anything. Wait, hang on. Yeah, not sure. But you get 10 and you unlock the native orb, in this case the orb of flash. If you get 25, I believe you unlock the secondary orb, basically is how it works. And what you want to do is basically you want to get 10 of these collectibles in each zone. It sounds simple, but I'm sure you saw the list. There's like 72 zones. So there's our first orb, the orb of flash. I don't actually know what that does. Okay, it's heat based. So I don't know if you noticed the walls here melt based on your body temperature, standing near them and whatnot. We're going to go to the hunting grounds here. Now the hunting grounds is a pretty interesting zone. There's no enemies that actually chase you. You can see these dogs, but you can't step into danger, right? It's kind of like chess. You can't put yourself in check, because why would you? But in this one, you get the treasure, and then the dogs come after you. This zone functions almost more like a puzzle. And after you start to get like a significant amount of these, it really starts to ramp up with how many dogs they send at you. There is a pretty simple way to get out of trouble here, but I like the zone well enough. It's probably one of my least favorites, though, honestly. There's just something kind of tedious about it. It does make this a nice, safe place to run to, if you end up stuck in kind of a bad situation. Now, if you do get far enough away from the dogs, it doesn't matter. They will turn and run, see? We're gonna try to get to our 10 without getting pinned by these guys. Let's give them a second to get away. All right, one more. And then we'll head into, you know what, let's pop into the living cave here for just a brief second anyway. Now, if we try to get too far from here, it can be hard to find our way back. Especially if we focus too hard on trying to get back. So I think if we go... There we go. Everything kind of works in a circular motion. It's a very strange game. The living cave isn't too bad. You just have these walls that kind of fill in. They can trap you, and it can be very dangerous. You have these trolls that create places for the walls to spread. If the walls can reach the troll, of course. All right, we got one more. Boom. All right, let's try to get out of here. There's the land of eternal motion up here, but I don't think we're going to be able to... Shit. That's game over. All right, we'll do one more. Now that you kind of know what's going on, I'll kind of focus a little harder and breeze through this section here. The ice zone is definitely the easiest. I'm not going to bother to get all the way up to like 25 or something. Now, if you do end up like kind of stuck and you spend too long in one location, you do get insta-killed eventually. Insta-kill is a bit of a stretch, though. It's not quite instant, but it is like a permanent death. I mean, all deaths in this game are permanent, but you get what I'm saying. So this is the Alchemist Lab. You can only walk on the color you're on. This is a pretty interesting one. And you can really see how the hyperbolic nature of the game keeps it infinite in this way, because in any other sort of generated game, you would reach like a dead end here, and you'd be kind of stuck, right? But everything just folds in on itself in a way that you can pretty much always get out of trouble. Now, this stage actually has one of the better orbs. Also, for some reason, it causes my recording software to skip a little bit. I don't know if it's how fast I play it. Ah, that's a bummer. Okay. This is bad too, actually. Unfortunately, you can get rid of the treasures in this land, which can be a bad thing. All right, cool. So the power up here is the Orb of Speed, which lets you basically move 2 times for each enemy move. It's very helpful. There's one, actually. All right, let's try to find our way out of here. I'm not too concerned with the power-ups or anything like that. There we go. See, we have to move twice, essentially. I could have swore I saw something down this direction. Ah, there's something. Let's grab this orb first. All right, it was... What is that? The jungle? Living cave. Okay. I can deal with living cave. Possibly, if we can even get in. Sometimes the living cave will actually block you out. There we go. Nice. That was a nice quick escape. All right, let's try to get through here. Is that the land of eternal motion? That's a good zone. I'm excited to show you that. I really like the music there. I guess I'll show you later. Land of Eternal Motion is usually pretty easy to find. All of the zones are pretty straightforward in the early game, and you encounter them a lot. Okay, there's the jungle. There's reptiles. We unlocked reptiles already. I might pop into reptiles just to show you. Now, reptiles is very MC Escher inspired. Let's pop into reptiles here and see. Ah, shoot. So this is the crossroads. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet. It's kind of like just a safe zone. Okay, this is a bad place. We've got a desert sandworm from the desert and these reptiles. We're going to bail on this this idea of this zone. The Ivory Tower. Now that's an interesting zone. It's gravity-based. Very weird and interesting. We can't kill this lizard. He's just going to keep following us until we get away. We might be able to... Shit. We might be able to get out through this ocean zone. So the ocean is kind of interesting. Hopefully we can find a boat in time. We might have to go to this other boat. Oh, no. Alright, so we didn't get a boat in time. We'll do one more run. I was hoping to show you lizards, but wasn't in the cards today. We might see lizards again, though. Ooh, the jungle. Okay, so I actually really like the music in the jungle. In the jungle, the best way to get the gems is under these vines, but the vines are particularly dangerous. They will target you if you're close. Sometimes they are just out and about like that, though. And obviously, the more gems you have, the more vines you're going to be dealing with. It becomes very dangerous. In fact, I would actually say this is a deceptively dangerous area. The vines will even sometimes come out into the crossroads. That's pretty entertaining. All right, one more and then we're out of here. I say we go this way. All right, we're into the desert. The desert's not too bad. The biggest problem is the sandworms, right? They will follow you. They cannot be hit, I don't believe. And they just cause all sorts of trouble. There's one. Very annoying enemies. Hunting grounds. That's a pretty safe zone. Let's kill this desert guy. Okay. We don't actually have all of the stuff from the ice zone. Maybe we should get it. You'll notice that guy didn't attack me right away, and that's because those specific enemies are drawn to heat. That's, as I said, the interesting mechanic of this world. Check it out. Here's a fire that will melt and attract them. All right, there's a crossroads. Let's dip into there. Land of Eternal Motion. Land of Eternal Motion is actually one of the easier ones, despite looking difficult. Again, it's a turn-based game. I can stand here forever. I'm fine. The issue is when enemies start coming in on you. So it's pretty easy to actually even get 25 here. All right. These dogs decided to come out and try and mess with me. Here's one we haven't seen yet, a minefield. It's basically Minesweeper, but like as a well, shit. As a zone. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like this game a lot. Kind of a short video, but if you enjoyed this, I'll do more of it. And here's, since if you didn't watch my other video, here is how this game kind of looks zoomed out into this HyperRogue, as the guy who designed it called it. I accidentally did something. The settings menu on this game really gets me all mixed up. Here we go. I was going to do this. Maybe. We'll get there. There we go. Okay, check it out. This is kind of how it generates. So every time you're going like in a direction, it's flowing in from multiple more directions. Pretty cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I plan on playing more of it, especially if you liked it. I don't think there's a lot of people playing this, especially on YouTube. And I think it's fun, I think it's relaxing, and I think it's interesting. Let me know what you think. And I will see you next time.